One other thing before we dive in. We got our update on Candace Owens. So yesterday I spent a lot of time talking about her and her ridiculous excuse. I'll catch you up to speed very quickly. So Turning Point USA, I have to be honest, by the way, they're losing. Total disaster for them. I don't even feel bad because Turning Point, they deserve this. But Turning Point USA puts out a statement on Wednesday, and they say that they're going to issue a formal response to all the conspiracy theories that they killed Charlie Kirk. And leading the charge on that is Candace Owens. Everybody on the internet and the ringleader is Candace Owens. They've all been saying that Turning Point killed Charlie Kirk in concert with Israel, France, the FBI, the Trump regime, Utah State Police, people in maroon shirts, the Egyptian military, the mole men, aliens, the Illuminati. They're all in league. They all killed Charlie Kirk. And so Turning Point put out a statement on Wednesday, and they said they'd be formally responding to all the allegations. They said they're going to host a live stream in Phoenix at their headquarters, and they invited Candace Owens to do the stream. And Candace said, "Oh, I agree 1,000 times with all the bells and whistles, 100%, name the time, name the place, we'll be there. I don't care about the details." And they came out yesterday and said, "We're doing it on December 15th. And Candace replies, "I can't do that day. I'm busy." And I called her out yesterday and said, "You can't do that. That's totally ridiculous. You've been obsessed with this for 3 months. You have told people that you're having visions about it, dreams about it. The French are trying to kill you. The government is trying to silence you. Here is your opportunity on a silver platter." I said, "You have to go. You owe it to your fans. You have to go. And all your questions, all your research, you have to present that to them. That's fair. It's fair to them. It's fair to you. It's fair to the audience for the sake of the truth. If they are a part of the conspiracy, then you have to interrogate them. You have to cross-examine the other side. They have the information. You have to extract it. And if they're hiding something, well, she would be the obvious choice to get that out of them. She's the one that's been leading the charge, doing the research. She's apparently the only one that cares enough to do it, so she says. So I believe, and I'm not her biggest fan, but I believe that she has to do it. Like, you have to. And not for my sake, but for the sake of the truth, for the sake of your fans, and for the sake of your credibility. I think it looks really ridiculous that she's going to back down without even a good excuse. And that's really what I'm getting at. So she says that yesterday, and Turning Point responds, and they say, "Look, we told you we're going to do this response. We said you could come. This is when we're having it. If you're not going to show up, then don't show up. That's fine. We'll do it without you."
Yeah, so what is the point then? Sorry, I always support Nick, but I don't understand why he's making a big deal out of this. I completely understand Candace in this case. She doesn't want to go there. She even offered to do this interview online. Why does she has to be there? That's kind of weird. She doesn't trust Turning Point USA at this point, and you should ask yourself why. Look what happened with Charlie Kirk. So I understand Candace Owens at this point. She just cares about her own safety. She fears for her own safety if she goes there. So I don't understand why Nick is like saying all these things, why he's constantly like attacking Candace Owens. Like, sorry, like it looks like he's a little bit obsessed with her, and maybe people will hate me for saying this. This is all fine, but as you guys know, many times I support Nick Fuentes, but this is just completely nonsense. I can understand that Candace Owens doesn't want to go there. She even offered to do this interview online. So what is the problem? Why are they constantly attacking each other? I'm getting so annoyed of the fact that Nick is constantly like attacking Candace Owens or Tucker Carlson. Just stop with this. It's such a waste of time, waste of energy. Stop doing this. And again, I'm Team Candace in this case. Sorry, but I can understand Candace, that's all.
And she comes back and says, "Oh, well, you know, you tweeted that you're doing it at midnight and you didn't email me, and that's ridiculous." And she comes out with the follow-up today. She says, "Why can't she go?" Get a load of this. Candace says she can't go to the stream because her husband told her she can't. The husband told her she's not allowed to go. This is why you can't have women in politics. I said it about Marjorie Greene like last week. It's because they are never accountable. They are never accountable. She is on her show Monday through Friday, bobbing her head and challenging everybody and fighting everybody and doing a show. And then she gets challenged. The ball is in her court. And what does she do? She defers to her husband. You can't have it both ways. You can't have a platform and the initiative and the audacity and the independence to call everybody out and be a political pundit and be ostensibly the leader of a movement, which I think she is at this point, but then defer to your husband, who's arguably not even a public figure anymore. Should not the buck stop with you? It's your words, your show, your credibility, your research, your reputation. You're going out and causing all these issues. You're going out and leading the fight, but the buck stops with your husband, who nobody even knows? Where's the accountability? And that's why everyone has a problem with women in general, but also women in politics. It's because they never take accountability. They want to be treated like men. They want to be respected like men. They want to lead and they want to educate like men. They want to tell everybody what time it is like a man would. But then when push comes to shove, and there's actually consequences or pushback for their actions, then it's never their fault. It's the men's fault. And especially conservative women can always play this card. Liberal women, maybe they have too much pride. Maybe they know it's inconsistent, but so-called traditional women, they can always do this. They can always fall back on, oh, me, I'm just a woman. I got to talk to my husband. Your husband, you are a YouTuber. You are a world-famous YouTuber and celebrity and political star. Oh, now you're a trad wife? So which is it? Because you can't have it both ways. And that's the problem with traditional conservative women that are extremely political like this. They want to go and wag their finger and give their opinion. They want to go and tell everybody what's up. But then again, the consequences come for them and then they transform. Oh, actually, I was being traditional this whole time. Really? Because if you're so traditional, then maybe your husband should be running the channel, not you. Maybe he should have the show.
Dude, you're so wrong. I completely disagree with Nick on this. Like, what if her husband also cares about her safety? What if her husband just doesn't want Candace to go there because he also fears for her life? Like, what is wrong with that? And excuse me, everything you just said about like all of these women, you cannot talk like this. And people will probably like call me out like it's all fine and correct me if I'm wrong. But I think you cannot say this about Candace Owens and about like all women. This is so not true. Like what a complete BS. Like sorry, I'm almost like speechless. Excuse me. Like normally I always agree with Nick, but what he's saying now is like so wrong. You cannot say this about all women, about all traditional women. Like what a complete nonsense. That doesn't. You still have like women who are different and you have men who can behave different. So this is complete nonsense. You cannot say this about all women or about all men. And again, dude, who are you to decide this? Why are you so obsessed with Candace at this point? If she doesn't want to go there, just have some respect. I feel like Candace Owens did a lot of good things for our country. She is actually like a good conservative woman. There's nothing wrong with it. And we should have some respect for her, especially Nick. And excuse me for my rant, but I'm just getting a little bit tired of like Nick Fuentes constantly attacking Candace Owens. Instead of attacking each other, go maybe attack some other people who are doing some bad things for our country. I believe Candace Owens is actually doing some good things for our country. Maybe it's just me who is wrong, and feel free to correct me. I will probably get some hate comments. This is all fine, but it's just the ways that they are constantly fighting with each other. Candace Owens did some good things for this country, so did Nick, so stop the fighting. But again, Nick is completely wrong here. You cannot say this about all women or all traditional women. What a nonsense, and I don't agree with this. I had to say this. I'm not a hypocrite, so when I disagree with Nick, I also have to say this.
Last I checked, a society where women have to ask their husbands for permission to leave the house, that's a society where women are not lecturing and leading men and challenging men and talking like she talks about men. You can't have it all ways like that. So she says, I can't because my husband won't let me. It gets better. She says, my husband is having company in from out of town, from out of the country. Okay, so this is the queen of just asking questions, right? This is the queen of, there's no timestamps. That's weird. You asked me at midnight. That's weird. The Discord messages contain the word vehicle. That's weird. I'm just asking. So you can't go to Turning Point because your British husband told you can't because you're having company from out of the country? Who's the company? Is it his father? Is it his father, Lord Farmer, the British Lord, the commodities trader, the head of the Council of Jews and Christians in Britain? That Lord Farmer, is it that guy from out of town? One of the biggest boosters of the Tory party in the United Kingdom? And one of the major backers of Nigel Farage and Brexit? Is it that guy? Or is it John Mappin, the Scientologist with a Russian wife who apparently introduced you and your out-of-country husband, George? Who are the people that are coming from out of town preventing you from telling the truth? Is this part of the conspiracy? Candace, blink twice. Blink twice. If the British or the French are invading your household and they won't let you speak, you can't go because your husband won't let you because people from out of the country are coming into your home. I presume that's family, and your family's pretty spooked up. So who is that? Or is that not legitimate? Or am I attacking family now? And that's suddenly off limits. It just gets more and more ridiculous. And honestly, I saw some of the feedback yesterday. A lot of people disagree with me on this. And to them, I would just say, fuck you. Seriously. I have so had it with the Candace fatigue. It is the most low IQ, stupidest, most idiotic political trend I have ever seen in 10 years of doing the show. I've never seen anything like it. And I just simply will not pander to or plead with or try to appeal to people that are not rational. The reflexive excuses, totally irrational arguments, I won't do it. I am not going to pander. I'm not going to pretend any of that is legitimate. It's not. It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. And I don't think Candace Owens is smart. People say she's smart. I think she's dumb. I think she's a good talker, but I think she's dumb as they come. I think she doesn't know shit about anything. She doesn't know the first thing about history. She doesn't know the first thing about politics. She can barely pronounce half the words on her show if she didn't have a producer in her ear. I think she's a terrible conspiracy theorist, and I think her show is for women.
Dude, seriously, I'm almost speechless. I barely recognize Nick at this point. What is he actually talking about? This is so not true. How dare you to say this about Candace Owens? I mean, we can all have different opinions. This is all fine. But you can't say that she is dumb and that the people who support Candace Owens, that they are dumb. This even makes yourself look dumb, Nick. Sorry, but I disagree with this behavior. What a weird behavior. Why is Nick actually talking like this? I'm even almost speechless at this point. I barely recognize. Is he jealous about her or something? Is he why is he saying those things? You cannot just say that she is dumb and that her followers are dumb. Maybe you don't have to agree with her. Same as for me. People who hear me talk, they will also probably be like, what is this weirdo saying sometimes with his broken English? But I have the same with Nick. Also, some things what Nick is saying, I don't agree with him. But that doesn't mean that you have to say that someone is stupid and dumb and that she has stupid conspiracy theories. This even makes you look yourself so stupid, Nick. Sorry, I know he's not watching the video, but I just had to say this because why is he so obsessed with her? Why is he talking so negative about her? I'm almost speechless, like I said. Seriously, why is he so mean? This is just complete nonsense, right? It looks like he is so frustrated. But why? If someone knows the answer, please share it in the comments. But this is not how I know Nick, and it's it's so stupid because Candace Owens is not dumb. You can say whatever you want. You don't have to agree with everything she says, but she is not dumb. She is actually a very smart woman, in my opinion. So this just makes yourself look stupid, Nick. Sorry.
I think her show is like daytime television for MAGA moms whose brains have been fried by QAnon and the collapse of credibility of the mainstream media. That's what I think about it. And I think it's disturbing, and I think it's scary, and I think it's an IQ filter. I think if you're falling for it, you're low IQ. And I think it's a sad state of affairs how many people are being filtered by this. And I'm not going to pander to them. That's not my target audience. My target demographic is not people that are totally insane. You know, I'm watching her show today. She says, everybody in the audience is wearing a maroon t-shirt. What are we doing at this point? What are we doing here? You want to bring me a real conspiracy theory? Bring me a real conspiracy theory with evidence. There's a lot of them out there. October 7th, we have the evidence.
Dude, but like seriously, like what? You cannot say that Candace Owens is like lying or that she has like crazy conspiracy theories. She did some good things as well for our country. We all know this. Like, and again, you don't have to agree with everything she said, but you can't just say that she is stupid, that she is dumb, and that she didn't do something. Have some respect for her. And no, I'm not like trying to defend Candace Owens in this whole video. I'm not like her groupie or something, because I can see already people will make fun of me. This is all fine, by the way, but I'm just not a hypocrite. I don't agree with this behavior from Nick Fuentes. It's not good. Candace Owens, like, there's no reason to attack her like this. She did some good things for this country, so have some respect. And if you disagree with her, this is all fine, but then you can still be respectful. But again, this is just my opinion, and probably people will disagree with me. This is all fine. I'm very curious about your opinion. If you think that I said something what is wrong, feel free to share your opinion in the comments. If you agree with me, even if you disagree with me, I'm very curious even about your opinion. Do you agree with Nick? Do you disagree with Nick? Please share your opinion in the comments. Very important to say as well, I try to read all comments, or I do read all comments. I even try to reply to all of your comments. So I'm very curious. And again, like this is just like what a weird video. I hope Nick will change his attitude toward Candace Owens, because this is actually not good. I like Candace, and like this makes more people probably like Candace as well. But again, my opinion, I'm very curious about your opinion. Please share your opinion in the comments. If you like this video, please hit the like button. I would really appreciate it. If you really like this video, consider subscribing. That would even be better. And that's just everything I want to say. The last thing I want to add is thank you guys for everything, for your support. I'm on my way to the 50,000 subscribers. So if you guys are not subscribed yet, please subscribe. It would be amazing. And welcome to the channel. The last thing I want to add, guys, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.